Today we're taking the Scenic Byway 128. We're going from Interstate 70 into Moab, southbound. We drove this the other day just to see whether it would be worth doing a video on, and sure enough, absolutely. The other day when we drove it, we drove from Moab north to I-70.
Yes.
And then on to Thompson Springs, our campground area.
Right.
Great drive. The first half of it runs along the Colorado River, and you have these wonderful scenic rock formations, the same red rock mountains, and
all of the different formations that you do see in arches. And
except for the actual arches.
Yeah, well, you know, you go for a hike somewhere, you might find one. You never know.
Might find one out there. Who knows? So we wanted to hit on this one because something for you is BLM land. There are probably 6 or 7 BLM land campgrounds along 128 and the Colorado River. Most of them are right on the river's edge. So if you're coming to the area, you want a boondock in a BLM land campground, you can. It's cheap. It's close to Moab, which means it's close to Arches and Canyonlands. The views of the campgrounds are just amazing.
Amazing.
We'll get a couple video footage, maybe drive-by or drive-through footage of that today.
Yes.
And we'll have that in there, and you guys can take a look at that too to help you plan your trip here into the Moab area.
Yeah. Especially if you're on a budget.
Yeah.
I mean, we are on a budget, and we chose to stay 30 miles outside of Moab because it saved us $400 for the week stay. So, you know, look at those type of things. Especially, imagine what you could do with an extra $400.
Right.
Of, you know, there's museums
you
and
take that
go
zip
out.
line trip that the kids want to do.
Yeah.
You just saved yourself $400 on a campground, so now you can afford
They also
to do
have
it.
skydiving here.
They do.
One of these days we'll have to do skydiving.
Yes. Speaking of Sky, I don't know if you can see her, but she's in the truck with us. And that's another thing that's great about exploring something like this bypass. It's not inside a national park, so we can take the dog with us and go explore the area and don't have to worry about the restrictions that a national park has on pets.
She'll be able to do anything that we do today, you know, go swimming in the Colorado River, go hiking on any of the hikes that we should go on.
I wasn't planning on swimming in the Colorado River. You can if you want to.
I can put my toes in it.
Ah.
I like sticking my toes in all the water. You know, that's, you know, you go to like Lake McDonald in Glacier National Park. You got to stick your toes in the water. Yellowstone Lake. Heather and I had to stick our toes in the water. Why not the Colorado River?
The road ahead, it twists and turns, and the sun beats down and it burns. But I keep on pushing through, and every step quicker than the last. My feet tread down this beaten path, and I keep on.
So we're not very far into this trip. I mean,
and we've already stopped.
And I already stopped twice, taking some pictures, because again, like I was saying, the scenery here is very similar to Arches National Park. And I thought the other day, you know, one of the comments when Alice and I were driving through here the first time that I made was, this is what I can imagine driving down in the bottom of the Grand Canyon would be like. Now, this is not as wide as the Grand Canyon by any means, but I feel like that this is what I would see, or something similar to what I would see if I was driving through the Grand Canyon. It's just amazing in here. And it's not a long drive. It doesn't require a lot of time. It really, again, it goes to how much time do you want to devote to a trip. You know, you could probably spend a whole day easily exploring this area, or you could just take a nice scenic drive and spend 1 or 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, because you can tell when the landscape kind of changes. So if you only have a few hours and you need to get back to Moab, you can just turn around and go back the other way. Also, you don't have to go all the way out to I-70 and do the big loop. You could just turn around and go right back.
And as you know, if you watched any of our other videos, don't forget to stop and look behind you.
Right, because they're, oh my gosh.
Always good stuff popping up behind you that is a different angle, different perspective, so you get to see a whole new view.
Yeah.
I keep
well, we stopped at this place called Fisher Towers, right off of that Scenic Byway 128 that we're following today. And it's called Fisher Towers because there's just some amazing towers back there. We'll get some drone footage, which I haven't done a lot of drone footage, so I'm still not totally comfortable flying the drone. I get a little worried when I can't see it, when I lose sight of it. But I felt pretty good today because it's such a wide open area. There's not much to hit out here or to fly into out here.
There's cactus.
You know, it's not like trees and power lines and stuff like that. So felt a little bit better. I think I got some pretty good video of that.
Sky chased a lizard.
Sky got to chase a lizard out here in the desert. So she's really enjoying it. She's in the truck right now cooling off in the AC because temperature's gone up to, I don't know, 70 or so, which is still a nice temperature, but
it's hot out there.
It's hot, no sun, no shade, just full on sun.
Now this might be a good place to come in the evening when the sun's not directly over the top of it, which is casting the shadows, and so it's kind of dark right now. But in the evening, this is absolutely gorgeous.
Gorgeous area.
Because we came through here in the late afternoon the first time.
Right.
So maybe hit this in the evening.
There's some hiking trails, some biking trails.
Yep.
Back
Campground.
there. There's a campground back here, so you can camp right at the base of those peaks back there.
Yep.
Just be a great place for boondocking. Again, that would be the Fisher Towers Campground, I believe. Or Fisher Towers Recreation Area Campground. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to, send us a message, post a comment in the video, let us know if you've got any questions of something maybe we didn't include in the video.
We could probably answer it.
Exactly. That's what we're here for. Here to help you.
Keep you in an honest place, 'cause you've been hiding for 1,000 days. Lower level in your parents' place with your head held down. I remember when you held the magic. Now you're acting like you never had it. Get in the car, man, it's too damn tragic to let you drown. Here now, turn it around, gotta love it or let it go. With our eyes closed and some wings to fly, singing oh, 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 oh. Why'd you go and never ask me to stay? Why you push the ones who love you away? Don't close the curtain on a brighter day when history could repeat it. Now it's time to get a little higher. When God made you, He made a fighter. You just spent a little more time feeling lost than found. Here now, turn it around, gotta love it.
So we just took a turn off of the main 128 byway and into Castle Valley just to see what was here. Well, we came up over the mountain and down on the other side, and this is what revealed as soon as we came around the little hill here in the road. Wow, what a sight. Sometimes you just got to get off of the beaten path, take a turn, and see what it has to offer.
Oh, I wanna let you know my heart would break if you ever tried to leave again that way. The funny thing is when I carry you, it carries me. Oh, oh, oh.
So if you remember of how many times we have said, always take time to stop, turn around, and look behind you, because you never know what you may have missed by looking behind you. Well, Gordon got ready to turn the truck around, and he looked behind him, and he had to stop and take another picture of that. We probably have 1,000,001 pictures now, just on this one little road, and we've only gone maybe 2 miles down the road, if that. We've been stopping so much, it's hard to tell how far we've even gone. But it has been a blast. everyone should take time to just explore any area that you're in. It's wonderful.
Okay, so that was the 128 bypass, very scenic road, and just amazing. I think I got some pretty decent drone footage today. Almost crashed the drone. Luckily, the sensors saved the day. But just beautiful. If you're in this area, you really need to make the time to at least drive that route.
Absolutely.
At the very least, drive that route.
Yeah.
You'll understand after watching this video how cool it is and how much neat stuff there is to see. But you got to drive that route. Now, I suggest there's a couple stores along the way. JJ's Mercantile was one of them.
Yep.
So you could pick up some stuff. JJ's Mercantile
Had a restaurant also.
had a little bit of a restaurant,
Yeah.
you know, kind of like a Starbucks in a way. So that's certainly a doable place if you don't want to pack a lunch. But I would certainly recommend just pack a lunch for this drive. Once you get in and around the campground areas or whatever, there's plenty of day use areas that you can stop in and
Lots
enjoy
of
a
pull
lunch.
outs.
Lots of pull outs.
Hiking trails.
Hiking, biking, kayaking the Colorado River. We saw a couple people paddleboarding part of the Colorado River. So there's a lot of stuff you can do right off of that road that is not inside the park again. So the restrictions of the park don't apply. That's why I was able to fly my drone. That's why we were able to take the dog with us today.
She got to put her toes in the river.
She got to play in the Colorado River a little bit. So all in all, just a great day.
Yeah. Till next time.